mic lately has just decided it doesn't want to work at random times, so you gonna work today, little buddy? Guys, I got a big announcement. This is gonna be a big one, okay? Are we all sitting down? Tentacle anime figures exist. Huzzah! Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video, oh man. Today's video is gonna be a good one. I think we're all gonna have a fun time. Today we're gonna be talking about anime figures, which I've talked about quite extensively on this channel. But not just any anime figures, we're gonna be talking about a certain subgenre of figures, figures. Yes, today we're gonna be talking about tentacle anime figures. That's right, they do exist. If you guys have been into anime for any length of time and ever been talking to somebody else about your love of the anime world, then most likely you have heard the following sentence at some time. Oh, so you like anime slash hentai? Tentacles. Am I right? Holy shit. You better write that one down for your next comedy tour. Chad's on ice. Yeah, tentacles and anime have been kind of memed together for as long as I can remember, and I think it's interesting to understand why. You see, what happened after World War II is the United States and the Westerners were kind of hitting Japan on the head for being naughty, and out of this came a whole bunch of censorship laws for the pornography and movies and other media, and one of the most intriguing ones is the censorship in hentai, which still lives on today. You see, pretty much what happened is Japan was watching porn one day and was like, wait a minute, a dingus? In my porn? Oh, hell no. And out of that, they decided you couldn't really show genitalia in porn anymore. This means that the pornography industry had to get really creative with its censoring. Out of this came a whole bunch of just absolutely glorious ways of censoring both the male and female parts out of porn. I will now list my personal favorites. The bush. When there's enough hair, you can't even find it. We've all been there. Uranium dingus. When it's so bright that you literally can't even see it. All you can see is kind of a cylindrical shaped object. One of my personal favorites that you see a lot in like romance novels or old manga is just what I call smooth, where there's literally nothing, it's just smooth skin. The best part about that one is when the girl like pulls down the guy's pants and she's like, because it's supposed to be like, you know, a big dongus. But there's literally like nothing there, and it's like, you know what? If I pulled down my pants and little AP was just gone and there was smooth skin there instead, I probably would go too. The main thing that the pornography industry was trying to do was to find a way to make the penis still acceptable under censorship law, but not be any of this. Nobody wants this except smooth, but that's more for the comedy. So finally, one day what they saw was they could just kind of do this. They could take that same phallic looking object and just make it into a tentacle monster. And so that's what they did, and a new genre of pornography was introduced. I think tentacles work so well in Japanese porn, and specifically hentai, because it went so well with one of their other favorite genres, and that would be rape. Now, I'm not saying that all tentacle hentai has rape in it, because I know for a fact that isn't. I'm just saying that the majority, especially at that time, was kind of rapey. It had some rapey vibes to it. I gotta say, one of my personal favorite tentacle scenes is in Ingrid. I think it's the first episode, where she's kind of getting acclimated to her new group of friends. And there's kind of just this like gargoyle looking motherfucker in the corner with normal hands, and then out of nowhere he just goes and just his fingers turn into tentacles. Like, that would be a pretty cool superpower to have. It's like, oh, I left my phone on my desk. I would be down for that. So obviously with this huge subgenre now in hentai, there will be merchandise of it made, and that include dakimakuras and posters and all sorts of goodies. But eventually tentacles found themselves in the anime figure market, and that's what we're going to look at today. Well, we're going to try to look at it. I mean, I don't want to lose my YouTube channel, so censorship might be interesting on this one. I recently picked up 2-scale anime figures that had a focus on tentacles, so I thought we'd take a look at those two today and see how well that subgenre in hentai translates into the figure world. Ooh, kind of dusty. Yeah, these have been sitting around a while. The first figure we're going to look at today is going to be the Dragon Toy brand Brave Maruda. War with slime. And I know a lot of people out there are probably going to say that slime shouldn't count as tentacles, but I'm working with the best I got here, you guys. I'm not getting any more figures in because of the virus, so yeah. This figure is actually going to be interesting for me to review because even though it still is an anime figure, I would say it's a little bit more of a realistic art style compared to the figures I normally review. So it's going to be interesting to see if I like it or not. I hope I do because this cost a pretty penny. And as you guys can see from the packaging, this figure is boxed quite well. It checks off all my personal wants and desires from an anime figure's packaging. You have the front view, you have the back view, and on the back of the packaging, you also have the original artwork for the character design itself. And that's the one thing I always want on my packaging or included with the figure is the artwork that was the idea behind the figure itself. I think that's very cool to see. But that's enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and take a look at this figure because we got more to unbox. Honestly, I don't know much about this brand or this character or this artist, so I'm kind of going into this blind. So you guys are going to get a true AP review here without any bias at all. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and set the box right over there, and then here is the first look at the figure itself. Okay, there we go. Stop shining. Yeah. Tentacles. We're going to get a cool transition out of this. I'm going to throw the tape at the lens, and it's going to perfectly cover it up and transition us into the next shot. Are you guys ready? Okay, I completely missed. Okay, and here's the first look at the base itself, and oh my god. That is looking absolutely amazing so far. Why is it every figure review a truck has to come by? Who is that? Garbage truck? Dude, it's noon. We were supposed to be here this morning. Oh, I think I see your guys' favorite anime in the back. Is that sword art? Yeah, I mean, I can understand if people out there don't like tentacles or you don't like slime or whatever, but you guys have to admit, that's a pretty nice looking figure base right there. He's like, blah. That face is so awesome. I love all the different colors and the swirl and everything. Man, I am excited to see what this figure looks like. Right? And then I'm also gonna get out the sword. There's the sword right there. And I know one of the main questions I'm going to get is if this is a cast off, and it appears so. Here is the first look at the figure itself, and as you guys can see, it's looking pretty good. It's got some weight to it. It really reminds me a lot of like a native figure, just in the detail, the weight, and then the skin tone. Oh, also, it didn't come with any instructions, I don't think, so I'm just going to kind of wing this. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. There we go. I got to say, it went together a lot like a native, too. There was no play in the figure, and it just slid right into it, so I like it when that happens. Whenever it doesn't, it just gives me Vietnam flashbacks to the wedding Sonico figure. You are beautiful, but you are an absolute bitch to put together. I gotta say, this is probably one of the easiest figures to put together that I've done on this channel so far, so that is a relief. But there's the first look at the figure completely put together, and first impressions on my side are, wow. Probably one of the nicest things about this figure, the thing that just immediately grabs my attention, is the base. And then for the slime, they went with this really shiny paint job, which just makes it pop against her more matte finish. And pretty much the translation of that last sentence I said is she looks pretty freaking good. Yeah, this figure looks amazing. I kind of took a chance with a brand that I knew nothing about. I have literally nothing from Dragon Toy, and I gotta say, I'm super impressed with how this turned out. What's kind of cool too is the backstory behind this figure is actually the slime is pushing her out of the water. It's helping her. She was drowning, and yeah, the slime's helping her, so she's just as surprised as I am about that. She looks great, the base looks great, the slime tentacle monster looks great. I'm more of a blonde / white hair guy myself, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not 100% sure if her bottom bits are cast off or not, but I'll research and report back to you guys. What's a good angle for her? Like right there? She look good right there? There we go. So we have one more figure to look at that I have that I bought recently that was tentacle themed, and that would be, drum roll please, it is none other than Lily from Tentacle and Witches. Oh boy, you guys do not know how long I have waited to open this figure. Okay, first things first, I don't know why it came with this meme on it. I don't think I've ever gotten a figure that has a plastic bag on it. Maybe because of the virus? I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit right now. Yes, Lily Ramsey? Gordon Ramsay? It's sad when a hentai series from 2011 has more plot and romance in it than some of the current seasonal animes out right now. Look, if you haven't seen Tentacle and Witches, definitely check it out. To me, it's one of those classic hentai series. If I ever was to do a hentai countdown, it definitely would be in there. I don't know. Leave a comment if you guys want to know what my favorite hentai is. I don't know if I want to commit to that or not. It's a little bit on the heavy side. It does have such tags as impregnation. I think it's got some, like, possible birthing in it, so it's been a while since I've watched it. Regardless, it's still amazing, even if you don't like those things. You just go ahead and just skip over it. You're not missing much. But of course, when I learned that Q6 was going to be making a few figures from this series, I had to get one myself. First thing, starting on the box, you get a lot on this box. You get a ton of different shots of the figure, especially on the back. You have 3 or 4 different poses to look at. And then also on the side of the box, you do get the original artwork for the figure itself, so that is awesome. But that's enough chit-chat. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at Lily. I actually forgot my knife. Let me go get a knife. I am not chancing it on this figure. I've been waiting way too long. America, anime figures. I'm gonna put the box for her, like, right there. I don't have a ton of room. I need a bigger table. Maybe I should invest in a bigger table. Here is the first look at the figure for you guys, and I can't really tell what's going on. Well, you can kind of see her. Does this show nipple? Can I show this on YouTube? Ooh, I'm so excited. She's here, you guys. I'm finally touching Lily. It's kind of a weird brag, but I don't care at this point. Okay, so we got the base here, and it is just a standard matte black base, which is kind of disappointing, especially after seeing the last base, but hey, I don't think I'm really going to be looking at the base much with this figure. Oh, a blow dryer. Yeah, that's always good to see on your instructions. Yeah, that's because I have one of those laying around. Okay, so far so good. Getting all the plastic bits out of there was actually really easy. And I must say, look at that shine. I kind of discovered I have a thing for, like, shiny figures. And you might be saying, oh, that can't be like an actual thing. Well, to put it in perspective, I have Annette pre-ordered, which I'll show you guys, like, a picture here. And she is so shiny, I think she would blind me if I put her in this light. Oh my god. I'm a happy man right now. Okay, so far getting her on the base has been kind of a pain. I can't really get the smaller one completely on there. I got another half a centimeter or so. I don't have a blow dryer handy, so yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I can't blow dry it. I'm sorry. I can blow on it. All right, so we have the wings here. As you guys can tell, they are quite large. And then here's the actual tentacle monster guy from the hentai. And I don't remember his name, but I'm not really too concerned about that right now. All right, so I got all the different accessories here. Let's go ahead and attempt to put this together. All right, and after a few minutes, this is kind of what I've come up with. You also have the bonus faceplate, which looks like that right there. Kind of a little bit more of a shy, smug expression. But I like the one that's already on there, so I'm just going to keep it like that. You do have these supports for the wings, but the wings are on there pretty well. I don't know how necessary these really are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Use them if you think you do, but I don't think I really need to. I don't think they're going anywhere. That's how I'm going to display mine. I think this figure looks absolutely amazing. Like I said, I love the shine of her skin. I really like how it just captured Lily from the actual hentai series itself. It looks exactly like how she would look in the show. It just translated very well over to her figure form. I also think that the tentacle guy down here is a nice little touch. It kind of breaks up just this really boring base. They make 2 different versions of this figure, the squatting one, which I have here, then they have one that's standing straight up. And on the standing one, the tentacle actually wraps around her leg a little bit, which I think is interesting. I'm almost a little bit jealous because this one kind of just sits here down, getting squatted on. It's a nice view. Like, obviously I'm very jealous of him, but yeah, really that's my only complaint. Maybe being a little bit more creative with the tentacle itself, maybe a little bit more aggressive, especially coming from a hentai that doesn't leave really anything to the imagination. But regardless, this is an amazing looking figure, and I'm super happy to finally own a Lily myself. Obviously, I couldn't release a figure review or figures review without giving you guys some sort of B-roll footage, something for me to spend way too much time on. So here's a closer look at the Q6 Lily, and Dragon Toy Brave Marudia figure for you guys at home. Enjoy. Eventually I'm gonna need like a shelf just for like tentacle figures, and I'm pretty proud of that statement. Alrighty you guys, that's all I had for this video. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out a few tentacle related figures with me. If you guys want to see more of these figures, or if you want to see the cast off version of the dragon toy once I get around to displaying it without her, you know, clothes, I'll be adding those pictures onto my Discord, so definitely check out the link down in the description or in the comments if you do want to see that. I'll also be posting a whole bunch of more pictures of these figures on my Instagram, so if you guys want to see more, then definitely check out those links in the description. But that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys once again for all the support over the last few weeks, all the new subscribers. I definitely appreciate it, and I'll be sure to catch all of you guys in the next video. Peace.